Okay, good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining EliteCiso's weekend session. I really appreciate you guys taking out time and joining us over a weekend. As you can see, the topic is around mobile app security, and there are going to be many things we are going to do first time in this session. I mean, in past 3-4 years, while we were running physical sessions as well as virtual session, we have never done any session on mobile app security. So that's a very good sign that, okay, at least we are covering mobile app security. We have done tons of sessions on zero trust, EDR, XDR, SOC and whatnot, but mobile app security was something that was kind of missing. So it is great that we have James and Govindraj joining us today from AppSealing, and they will talk about why mobile app security is more important than ever. Another first time thing we are doing, we never had any presenter joining us from South Korea. So welcome, James. Great to have you joining us from South Korea. We will take our list that we maintain from where the presenters are joining for EliteCiso session. So great that you are joining us today. So on the agenda, as you look, it is going to be quick introduction that we are doing right now, and then we will get into a quiz. This will be a faster finger first quiz. I will explain about that as we get to it. And then this is a quick 5-minute quiz that we do. And then after that, for around 45 minutes to 50 minutes, we will have a session from James and Govindraj around mobile app security. And then at the end, we will save about 10 minutes for question answers. I will share the password to download your certificate. We will have Wheel of Fortune, and the giveaway this time is Amazon Alexa. We will open registration for next week because every week we do sessions on Thursday 11 o'clock and on Saturday 5 p.m. India time. And the another first thing that we are going to do is this is not part of this session. Okay, guys, this is not part of this session. Like in physical sessions, at the end of the event, we used to do drinks and dinner. So this is going to be again 7 p.m. to 8:30 Elite Theka. Right, that's what we call it. So Theka, James, is a Indian word or a Hindi language word for bar. So we are going to open a virtual bar for CIOs and CISOs. You have to bring your own booze, and then we can start with it. Okay, so that if anybody is interested around, just give me a moment. Okay, so there was some problem with my monitor. Yeah. So this is not part of the event. If you want to attend the Elite Theka session, you can ping me on my WhatsApp. I will share the number and I will share the link with you guys. Okay, so that's about the agenda. And then session is going to be recorded. I've already got the slides from AppSealing team, and we will put the slides as well as recording on our website as well as YouTube channel. Now I see about how many people, about 93 people I see have joined. And if you have been attending our session, you know that every session we do this thing which is called stand and attend. Okay, so we throw this challenge to everyone who is attending our session that you have to stand and attend the session. Why? Because I show these slides every time, like foggy brain you will get and all those things. So you have to stand and what the benefit of standing is. I'm not going to read this slide. Instead, I'm going to play a video of 2 minutes for you guys, so that you understand the benefits of standing and attending. Okay, not just attending. I mean, if you generally stand, you will have many benefits, because we are in a pandemic situation, which is Corona, and the other pandemic that we deal with is sitting. We sit a lot, whether it is office or even at home. I don't want to speak more about it. Let's listen to this video.
Did you know that these chairs are killing us slowly but surely? The negative impact they have on our brain, our body, our blood flow is insane. Every day we drive sitting, we eat sitting, we watch TV sitting, and we stay at work for 8 hours sitting. As humans, we're not designed to sit for that long. That's why people like Winston Churchill, Benjamin Franklin, and Charles Dickens, they used to work standing. Because there are 3 main reasons that encourage people to work standing. First, your health benefits from standing. According to research by Dr. John Buckley from the University of Chester, if you work standing for an average of 3 hours a day, you burn around 150 calories. That's equivalent to 30,000 calories a year. And if you want to look at it from an athletic perspective, that's equals to 10 marathons. And why is that? Because you're constantly moving. You move from one leg to the other, your calves are moving, you're not slouching, your back is straight, and all that makes you burn calories more than just sitting. And second, your energy levels will be quadrupled. If you feel a bit tired or bloated after your meals, just simply by working standing after eating, your stomach will digest faster and burn that food to boost your energy levels. And third, better focus. Because when you're sitting, your mind shifts to rest and sleep mode. While when you're standing, your blood flows properly to your brain, which keeps you much more focused and engaged. As humans, we have legs for a reason, and they're meant to move. And your solution is simple. Just work standing. Thank you, and get off your chair.
Oh, great. Now you know the benefit of standing. So I give this challenge to all of you guys who are participating today. Whether you are,
Did you know
you are in a panel you are going to present or you are attending. I mean, this challenge is for everyone. I'm not sure how you guys are set up from a panel perspective. James and Govind, I mean, if you can stand and present, nothing like it. If not, then please continue with it. So put it on the chat, guys, who is accepting this challenge. I love that energy when people send it that yes, they are accepting the challenge. So type yes in the chat. Okay, great. A lot of people are accepting this challenge. Wonderful. So now you have good energy. You have got good focus. So let's get into the quiz now. Okay. Quiz is going to be quick 2-question quiz. And then it is fastest finger first. If you know the answer, go to the chat and put your answer. Okay. Answers will come very quickly. We will not be able to see, but after, I mean, once I'm done with my session and intro, I will go through the chat, and I think you guys can also see because this is a meeting. Rupeshi, can you mute Lakshita? I think her mic is unmuted. Please mute her. Okay, guys, focus now. The first question is coming on your screen now. So first question is, name any one new category that was added in OWASP Mobile Top 10 2016 release. Okay. So in 2015, there was a release, and then in 2016, they came up with a new updated list of top 10 in mobile top 10. So there were 2 new categories. Put the name in the chat window. What you think were the new categories? Great. I see a lot of people are typing. Great. If you already knew about it, don't put M1. I need the entire category, the entire name. So if you have a great Google skills, Google it and put it here. So I see a lot of answers coming in. 30 seconds are done. We will go through the chat and see who typed the right answer first, and we will share the Amazon voucher worth 1,000 rupees. Okay, guys. So the answer is M1, improper platform uses, or M10, which is extraneous functionality. These were the 2 categories which were added in 2016 release. And from a 2014 release, weak server-side control was removed. That was the update in the mobile app top 10 from OWASP. Okay, guys, good luck with the second question. Second question is, which year first OWASP mobile top 10 was released? Right, that's what the question is. We talked about 2014, we talked about 2016, but when did the first one came out? And again, chat is going crazy. I see a lot of people are typing in 2015, 2014, they keep typing. Okay, you can Google and see what the answer is. The answer is 2011. So 2011, when the first top 10 list came out for mobile app security. Okay, mobile top 10, not the web app. Okay, guys. So mobile top 10 came out in 2011. So 10 years, it's already been there. And in past 3 years, we have never done any session around mobile app security. So bad on us as well. Great that we are doing it today. With this, over to you, James. Let's get started with your session. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. Please go ahead.
Okay. Is my screen visible?
Yep, it's visible.
Yeah. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to deliver about the why mobile application security is more than important than ever. Let me briefly introduce our company. The Inca Networks has been working on more than 20 years in security field, providing mobile application security and content security as a service. Office in LA, Mumbai, and Seoul. We're gonna me and Gobin are here to deliver our content and the introduce a part of our services. And so I'm going to deliver mobile application security, why it is so important than ever, and vulnerable mobile apps with stats and cases, and mobile application security best practices. And the rest two part is going to be delivered by Govindras. Discover how to protect mobile apps with AppSealing's runtime application self-protection features, and the demonstration of our technology and services. So let me first start with the things that recently you might know that the couple of the malware hacking incident happened all around the world, especially from the USA. And I try to understand what that means from mobile apps perspective and mobile based business perspective. So this slide shows all of the context regarding the why the hacking attack has been escalated and what that means from mobile apps perspective and mobile business perspective. So I think everybody accept that the mobile app is the default business window. So the traffic, the end users is using the services through the mobile. The traffic, mobile versus PC, now mobile is way higher than any other devices. So this is a default window. But who is using that? It's our customer users, and the other one is our employees. So this is a tricky part that we should think of. Reason is that most of the end user, they're not that much sensitive to security. So enforcing the security is not welcomed by users until unless they face critical security incident happen and cost a lot of money, whatever, lost or locked, then they came to realize, wow, the security is very important for me. But the other side, employees, security is pretty sensitive to them. But the point is that we are employees at the same time users. So we are using the application as users, and we are using the doing our work on mobile as employees. So BYOD makes all of those two different roles mixed in within the one devices and application based. So this is the part that we are very think that the gray area, and at the same time, conceptually the person who are doing his role as a users and employees using the application with the same devices. So security stress or misconfiguration or mistreating the data and the guidelines could potentially happen all the way. And the mobile application, as you know, that it is pretty wide open. So everybody could get an access and download and install. No matter what they do, it's free of them. They could debug or they could, decompile, they could analyze, whatever. Until unless the service provider detect that and make some, measurement to counter measurement to stop that kind of activity. But as far as I know, that most cases, the service provider, they don't know what's going on in the mobile application side. Because most of them does not have any something inside of their application, which is keep monitoring and detect and report back to their server. So that's why it's very hard to understand what's going on the mobile application and mobile device side. Oh, and the other thing is that hacking tools is highly advanced nowadays. It's very, very hard to compete with hacking tools. And the thing is that some of hacking tools is open source based. Huge amount of engineers contributing to make it highly advanced. So it's a tough tug of war, as we all know. And the other pretty important point is that mobile application, if any vulnerability identified, and if any hacking incident happen, patching and mitigation time takes time than others. So let's think about if any backend API hacked, then what did you do? Then your incident response team might take action to stop some specific port or block out instances that the system is running. And there are multiple steps predefined. The thing is, it could be made within a couple of hours in most cases. But when it comes to the mobile application, no matter how we fast identify the vulnerability and update the application, and we should send it over to the app store, and the user should download it. Until unless they don't download, the vulnerability is going to be there. So it's very hard to control the patching and mitigation from the service provider's point of view, app publisher's point of view. And as you may know that recently, for last couple of years, the regulations enforced hugely. So GDPR instances that's been enforced. So if any a data breach happen, then huge fine the company, the business should expect. And recently a PCI DSS compliance, they extended their compliance to mobile application and devices as well. And RBI in India, they identified the importance of the data, and they released the data localization kind of compliance that are limited to the India though. So the enforced regulations actually brings huge risks on the businesses. And as you know that the return on investment of hacking business grown up hugely, so due to the cryptocurrency, and that's the one of the reasons why the small and big businesses and even national infrastructures are being targeted. In Seoul, Korea, one of the famous plastic surgery hospital around pretty close to my office, and they got hacked actually. So they're pretty small. They have 4-story buildings, and they do have 10 nurses and 4 surgeon doctors, and it's not small though. But as a private hospital, it's pretty big, and the pretty famous plastic surgery. The security incident happened. The malware installed within the computer PC, and all of the data locked. And they got the message that if you want to take a look at your customer database, send the money over to us. So this happened. And LG Electronics, SK Hynix, one of the top, second biggest memory manufacturer in South Korea, they got hacked as well. And they request to send over the ransom as well. So this is the nowadays what the industry are being attacked, and the attack is being escalated. And from my standpoint, the mobile application is pretty weak and pretty vulnerable still. And the budget that the industry is spending for the mobile application is pretty less compared to the other system. So to be able to secure the whole business and users, the backend and front end should run together. Otherwise, if the budget for the enforcing the security keeps spending only backend, and the other part, like mobile application, is going to be vulnerable, and there must be a attacks is going to be addressed pretty easily, as I shared. Yeah, mobile apps are vulnerable. The stats, this shows the how much it is vulnerable. 43% of organizations sacrificed mobile security in 2019 from Verizon report, and 75% of mobile applications would fail basic security tests. And 90% of mobile apps lack application security. And mobile traffic grew 600%. And the mobile attack represent 2% of that. So this was the report from Q2 2018 cybercrime report. So it say that the mobile traffic grew up 600%, and 2% of that represent attack. So isn't it shock? And I was wondering that how many of you guys be aware of this sort of stats. And this is the data that, we do run the security service, and we collect the data and keep analyzing the hacking, what's going on. And this is some sort of category that our lab analyze and categorize. So cheat tool 47%, and repackaging 1.3%, and rooted device is one of the top vulnerable device environment that most of the attacks happens on top of that. And the debugging and detour security kind of attacks has been addressed in July last month. Within this data we collect from all of our customers, and we analyze periodically. And this shows the recent mobile app hack incident, and the happened in the year 2019, July 1st. Seven payment from the 7-Eleven, one of the biggest convenience store chain in Japan. They released the payment wallet 2019, July 1st. And the problem was their password resetting verification process within the app is poorly designed. And so 900 users account hijacked, and 500K illegal charge made. And the app shut down on July 3rd. So it took around 3 days from identifying the vulnerability and hacking incident, mitigating that by shutting down the application. So the bottom line is the company compensated the illegal charges, and they lost huge credit to their end users. And WhatsApp in year 2019 was one of the biggest hacking incident happened on the mobile application. It was made in 2019, May 14. And the attack vector was injection attack via insecure call function on WhatsApp. The injected malware was from NSO Group's Pegasus spyware. And the thing is that spyware injected to human rights group in the UK. So until now, see, the reason why who made that attack was not clear though. But the sure was that it was Pegasus, one of the famous spyware worldwide. And I know that recently that there's a strong dispute and ongoing in India regarding the Pegasus spyware. Once after that injection happened, then it took over the whole mobile phone system, and even they deleted phone history, call history, and messages as well. And it is able to turn on the memory, the camera, voice, the microphone, and is able to surf out the email and SMS. All of the things can be traced by the Pegasus. So after that incident, WhatsApp set up a in-depth investigation team and find out that it was Pegasus, and they filed a lawsuit over the NSO group. But the NS group replied that it was not them, but their customer did it, kind of. Because they didn't make that kind of attack, but they just developed that spyware for, like, battle over, like, bad guys. That was the disputes still ongoing, as far as I know. So this is a too big hacking incident happened in mobile application. So especially the WhatsApp case, the thing is that the malware injected without any clicking. So no clicking, injection, zero click installation injection is the attack identifier. So it means that if any, like, function or API or code base is not securely designed and securely managed, then this sort of similar attack could be available. So the common mobile application attack vectors in runtime, you may see, this is not only for the runtime though. The reverse engineering, like debugging, code analysis, decompiling is always be available. And as we all know that the Android, specifically the untrusted Android environment, is one of the big the risk factors that we gotta take a look at always. An Android emulator and rooting devices and multi-user and virtual spaces kind of application that provide a pretty good features for the users, but this is the way that the attack could happen. And tampering, like API hooking, repackaging, code modification, injections, always available. And there's a tool like in-app purchase cracking is available, and this is one of the big damage for, like, gaming industry. And memory patching and macro is one of big threat. This is not only for the gaming industry, but DDoS attack always happens by using the macro. And packet crafting and key logging and screen reader are available in the market, which could be used for attacking the application. And regarding mobile app, this shows a threat scenario. So what would happen? So let's say there's a Hooray Bank, and if the attacker runs the Hooray Bank app on top of emulator, and then they are able to analyze the application, and they may able to decompile it or debugging it, so that and unpack the application, so that they might be able to, like, scrapping the APIs from the servers, and they might save some data within the local application, stored in the local application, which could be sensitive data of the user. And they may be able to inject the script to the original legitimate application and repackage, and they publish through the application store. Nowadays, Apple Store and the Google Play Store, they scan the every single application if uploaded. So if, like, X percentage of code, binary code looks similar, then they reject the registration. But there's a third-party application store a lot, and being popular as well. So this scenario could happen always. And if the user installs that within the user's mobile, cryptojacking and SMS grabbing could happen. And at the same time, nowadays, cryptojacking, DDoS, hybrid malware are active in the market. So through the installed mobile devices, or even like PC, which using the emulator. So some people may run the application on top of the emulator. They don't know what's going on, but their machine is going to be used for DDoS attack to the bank backend, Hooray Bank backend. So this is the stress scenario on mobile application, and potentially available. And there are many, like as this is a proved scenarios and provided by Gartner, and our team found that this attack is feasible as well, and there are many available tools currently support this scenario as well. So, OWASP Mobile Top 10 keep releasing the about the loopholes in mobile app. And I think you might be able to easily find further information about OWASP Mobile Top 10, so that like the one is improper platform usage and insecure data storage and insecure communication. So especially the insecure communication is one of biggest threat actually. The man-in-the-middle attack always be there. And spoofed Wi-Fi network is the endpoint that the hacker try to get an access to the personal and user. And once they hijacked, then they are able to set the whole information packet and as well. And right after that happened, then further attacks is going to be available to the API attack kind of. And then if there's any vulnerability, they could sneak into the backend. And by doing that, they could lock up the database, and somehow they may ask the ransom to relieve from that lockup. So this is a kind of the scenario. Recently, the threat is being escalated, and insecure authentication is one of the big problem actually, and the cryptography, insufficient cryptography is one of the big threat as well, because the developers, they are looking for always the easiest way to develop the applications. So sometimes they deploy a binary or the cryptography that mostly widely being used, and the references are all there, but they should keep updating it to the up-to-date cryptography algorithm. Otherwise, oldest one is going to get hacked. And insecure authorization is one of the problem, and poor code quality. This is the one that recently many apps could face the problem as well, because when they deploy the third-party libraries, they gotta always be checked and screened out, whether like malware or wrong code or any code that need to be checked, screened out, must be screened out. Otherwise, this is going to happen bring huge damage later on, and the recovery always costs a lot. And code tampering, reverse engineering is traditional like attack vectors to the mobile application. So OWASP Mobile Top 10 is keep increasing and improving the cases and impact, and what kind of vulnerability identified kind of information. So this is going to be way helpful for you to design your application secure. And let me share the mobile app security best practices. And I think the information is not that much specific, but the thing is that the developers, they don't take care of this that much, most cases, because they do develop earlier and faster, and functionality wise, and but most cases I found that the lack of security consensus within their team and with the company, and the positions who shall be in charge of that, always the security, the priority is less than others. So that's why this kind of best practice is pretty well spread out, but not that much well appreciated. That brought huge damage onto the application and services and backend, and later on it caused huge. So the write secure code is very important, and encryption for code protection is definitely needed. And especially the encrypt all data and minimize data storage on mobile is very, very important as well. And the high-level authentication, this is tricky part. As I said, you may ask the multiple pretty complicated user ID and password, then the users might not be comfortable with it. But somehow, like, if we keep escalating this is going to be a bit helpful to secure your application and the service pipelines. And the best cryptography tools and techniques always important as well. And secure backend. As I said, I think most of you guys might spend most of your budget for securing the backend system, not the application side. But from application point of view, if the application is secured enough, if the backend is not secured, it means that always the problem could happen. And use authorized APIs and running pen testing periodically is very important as well. And employ the market-proven third-party professional security is the thing that you should consider as well. Because in-house teams, the security teams' own development or own defense is not enough always in most cases. That's why recently the US, Biden, they hired new security expertise guys. In US, NSO is there, National Security Organization there. There are multiple professional guys, but the national infrastructure got hacked. So that's why the professional service guys engaged into the team.
Can you mute Sridhar? Sridhar.
Yeah, and this is the requirement for the application protection. If you consider to develop your own security layers, or consider evaluating third parties or whatever open sources, I would strongly recommend to keep an eye on those feature set, because these are the things that may securely protect your application. The quality of the functionality is another set of problems, set of phase. The prevention, the code hardening. There should be a code hardening of functions or features, and white box cryptography is needed. And the certificate pinning and resource encryption is always important as well. Anti-keylogging. Keylogging is one of the big threat. And so anti-keylogging features there should be there. And detection. The prevention is mostly for a static analysis and static attack kind of. And the detection is mostly covers static and runtime both, dynamic both. And debugger, decompiler detection is needed, and emulator and rooting and jailbreak and integrity checks. This is very, very important. And malware detection as well. Anti-bot, behavior-based needed actually. And the runtime self-protection should be there. So functional-wise, debugger, decompiler, there might be a lot of the tools, open source as well, to support that. But whether that support the runtime is another level. So you should check whether it support the runtime self-protection or not. And the risk analysis is very important, because this is linked to the incident response team and role, and the task as well. So you should gather the attack data. I found that many of the mobile applications which claims that they deploy the security, they deploy the security and release, but they don't get any data regarding the attack vectors. What kind of attack happens? They don't collect any data. It means that they don't know what's going on. They're not able to analyze about the potential risks in the future, coming future. And they're not able to pinpoint the users who strongly believe as a hardcore hackers, kind of. So gathering attack data is very, very necessary. And the near real time, whether it could support that, is very important as well. And common device ID, because those services or technology is not able to identify user information. So this should, there might be the common device ID. Based on that, you might be able to identify the user information who keep try and hack your application and your systems. And attack data API, this should be protected as well. And response via OTA over the air. If the technology or services is support the OTA, great, damn great. This will be damn great. A blacklist, whitelist, this is one of the important part in the security. If any, like, you know, another tool comes up, this was not in the blacklist, then the way you are able to block it is going to be like update the blacklist in the database and deliver that to the patch the application. As I said, it takes time, so it should be delivered over there, or whitelist as well. And if that is security features able to be updated over there, this is going to be awesome, but not easy, because it has two parts, like pros and cons. Pros is instantly update the security if any attack happen. The other one is that if the security update button or point or code identified, all of your application is security is going to be removed. So there's a pros and cons. So anyway, these are the requirement for app protection you should consider while you are developing your own security or deploy, like evaluating open sources or third parties. So that's the part that I supposed to be delivered about the why the application mobile app security is important ever. So I'm gonna hand over this session to Govindraj to let you know about our services.
Thank you, James. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes.
AppSealing offers a comprehensive platform to secure mobile apps such as Android, iOS, hybrid, and data encryption. These days, data encryption is a necessary part to protect your application with hard-coded data, resources, and API keys. So this is about data encryption. AppSealing offers a robust security in real time, which protect, detect, and respond, which means it will protect in real time. It will detect what sort of hacking threats are coming in, and it will stop it. And it will show if, as an example, as we take it, if any hacker is trying to hack the application using some sort of a cheating tool, AppSealing module will detect it, and it will show a dialog box that you're currently using this sort of cheating tool, you're not authorized to use this, and it will kill the application. So that sort of information goes to the end user. And this will prevent antivirus, anti-tampering, memory dump, integrity, routing, static and dynamic analysis. So the technology based on encryption based. There are we do not do any obfuscation because there are lots of de-obfuscation tools are available if you Google it, and most of the people are aware about the ProGuard, which is free of cost, and it's just obfuscated, but that's not enough. What we understand from our experience. Applying the security is another issue everyone thinks of, because it's require a lots of resources, people to deploy it and taking live. But what we are changed here is a SaaS service, which you can just upload the APK. We will wrap it and you can just download the sealed APK. It's required just 10 minutes. We offer SDK based also for banking and financial services, because that's a mandatory requirement from the banks. So similarly for iOS does not support a wrapping, so we have created the SDKs for iOS. So I think we can, yeah. We have been in the market pretty long. We have 800 plus brand globally. We offer the services. We have marquee clients in India and across the globe. Yeah, let me share about AppSealing demo. Okay. So AppSealing service is open for everyone. Anyone can start off 30 days free trial. If they like it, they can just subscribe to it. So we offer Android. So let me share how it goes. We have two categories, game and non-game. I just click on non-game. So the versions, what these mean versions means, actually the security is not just you can deploy one SDK or just apply one version. So what we are doing in here is we are keep monitoring the dark web and deep web, what sort of future threats are coming in, because there will be a threat coming in for the security detouring or a security module. So we keep analyzing it with our engineers, with the fraud detection team, and we create a latest version ahead of the hackers, and we offer to the customers that this is the latest version. So we always recommend to use the latest versions of AppSealing. Then the by default desk encryption will be there. Selective desk is for selecting the specific classes files and dex files. Then routing, you can allow or block emulators, work profile, custom blacklists for the over-the-air updates. Then cheating tool like macro tools, packet attacks, and keylogger, you can just choose block or allow. And afterwards, you can just upload your application here and start AppSealing it. So within 10 minutes, you can able to download the AppSealing down below. And here you can use the signing key and upload to the Play Store. It's pretty simple. It's take almost 10 minutes. If you don't want to come on AppSealing Developer Console, you can just download the CLI tool and you can use your DevOps with Jenkins and CI pipeline. Let's go see about the dashboard or how it looks like when any hackers are trying to hack your application. So AppSealing point of view, we do not collect any PII or any user information. It collects only hacking attempts and hacking history. So this is a demo, the data we collect from which country, what hacking attempts, how many has been blocked. So all the information you can able to see with DAD, MADs. What we show as a real-time threat analytics dashboard here. What happened exactly, what time, from which country, what sort of threats are coming in. Yeah, so this is just recent from Japan. Someone is trying to detour the security modules, repackaging of application from South Korea, Indonesia. So this sort of information you can see at the real time. And if you want to go in depth to find out who the user is, you can easily try to identify, putting this Android ID into your CMS, and you can understand who the user is. So this is pretty easy that find out the hacker information, and you can block them or you can do the further process. So yeah, so this is a quite in-depth and comprehensive data with hacking types, Most of the time is a speed modification. You can see repackaging of application. So this sort of in-depth data are showing on the dashboard for your own analyzing it and understanding what's happening with your application. So you can choose here routing, how many rooted devices you have or unrooted, hacking types, Android versions, minor versions. So this in-depth information you can able to see here on this dashboard. And you can, if you have any issues, you can just raise a ticket via help desk. Our team has help you to understand and clear it out, any issues and doubts. I think, yeah, I have a limited time, I think. So I will finish it here because we have time constraint, I guess. And I will hand over back to Vikas. And I thank you very much, Vikas, for this session. Yeah, I think we can have a Q&A session now.
Yeah, let's go for Q&A. So guys, please raise your hand, or maybe I'm not sure if you can raise hand in this one or not, but put it on the chat and we will unmute you. So whatever questions you have, you can put it on chat, and then James and Govindraj will answer them. Or if you want to ask live, we will also unmute you. So on the chat, I don't see any question as yet. But yeah, Lakshita has asked a question, and the question is this solution for end users as well? So Govindraj and James, any comments and thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's actually this solution is provided to the developer and app publishers. Before they publish to the marketplace, they deploy our security, and then the security incorporated application could be published through the app marketplace. So end user's point of view, they don't know what's going on and what kind of security deployed, because the performance and functional wise, it is same with the original application before the security deployed.
Great. Second question, Govindraj, any contact to do a quick POC? So maybe you can share your contact with